Thanks for coming to today's webinar. This is IDX Broker Developer Partners webinar. And today we're going to be talking about specifically the dev partner experience. A lot of clients have IDX Broker and start on their own, get it going, or are looking to start a new website and get IDX into their website on their own. And this webinar is going to be covering what that's like when you have a developer partner helping you. Here internally, we call them dev partners because we have over 1,000, I think, signed up as a developer partner. So we kind of shorten it to dev partner here. So that's the nomenclature I'm going to be using. I'm Antonio. I work here at IDX Broker. I have for years now. I've been the developer channel manager for quite some time. I work with all of our dev partners who are pretty active, including our guest today. We have a guest speaker, one of our developer partners. Our guest is Char at yoursiteneedsme.com. She's a really nice lady. I've been fortunate enough to meet her in person. She's come out here to Oregon to our developer summit up in Portland a couple times. We've had a couple of them. And she was even nice enough to drive down and come visit the building. We're located here in Eugene, Oregon. And she was down here for one of our sunny days in Eugene, hanging out with us here at IDX, talking about websites and technology and all the things developers do. So she'll be on here today talking about the developer partner experience with her company, yoursiteneedsme.com. So I'm going to get started with kind of going over what the developer partner is, what that relationship looks like if you're not familiar with it. So what is a developer partner? Developer partners are developers, independent developers of IDX Broker who have partnered with IDX Broker to bring in the searches, the lead capture, all of that stuff. We have quite a few of them. You can find them on idxbroker.com. There'll be a find a developer link where you can find, like I said, we have, I think, over 1,000 signups. They're not all on this page. We curate this page by category, and the more we know, the better filters we can put on this page to help you find what you're looking for, whether it's a WordPress site or a completely custom site, or even developer partners who are just going to go into your existing site and do some code cleanup or some styling, something like that. They all offer a variety of different services. It's just a good thing we have so many because everybody has a variety of different needs. Some of them from full solution to partial, anything in between. So check out that page. If you're looking for a developer partner, you can find, like I said, a bunch of them there. And you can use the tags to find one close to you in your state or one who is going to fill the need you're looking for. Like I said, these are independent web developers that have partnered with IDX Broker. IDX Broker doesn't own any of these companies with the exception of Agent Evolution, our sister company. But everybody else is their own web dev shop. They have their own variety of services, pricing, all that stuff. IDX Broker takes care of the IDX portion of it. We leave the rest up to the developer partner because they're going to know how to handle your site and what services offer better than we do. We concentrate on the data here. So what do they do? Any kind of website you want, pretty much. We have a developer partner who can do it. WordPress, Squarespace, Joomla, those are pretty popular platforms. Custom coded sites too, completely their own code base. It's not a platform that's open source or anything like that, but everything in between. We also have developer partners who deal with mobile applications and CRMs and all sorts of stuff. So they would be the ones who are more than likely going to set up your website, code it, style it, and integrate the IDX. How do they integrate IDX? Their custom integration with their website involves a few things. We recommend setting up a CNAME, which is a custom subdomain. You may need CSS styling. That's probably a good idea. Our templates are meant to be styled, so making them fit with your website is something a developer partner can definitely do, just to get the colors right, padding, any of those other things that come with an integration like this. Certain themes, different other style sheets compete sometimes, especially for form elements, and developer partners are good at making all of that look nice and pretty, mobile responsive, all that kind of stuff. They'll also help you get the links into your navigation, and they are usually the first line of support. And this is a good thing because they know your website better than anybody. They do more than just build websites and support whatnot. They'll do a lot of things for you, actually, and help guide you into the world of how IDX works and how web technologies are working these days. The web, especially browser stuff, changes every couple of years. So having somebody with that technical expertise and then expertise on your platform really can help keep everything running smoothly. Developer partners are always going to know the most about your site in IDX. Generally, in a typical setup, they're the ones who set up your website, so they know the platform. They've done this before. They know pitfalls, things that take time, and how that all is going to play with the IDX solution. That's why it makes sense for them to be first line of support. We, in turn, support the developer partners with data issues and anything possibly wrong with the product or any sort of little bugs like that. but it's always good to have somebody who knows your site inside and out to help you with when you're on the web. So they do support for your site and IDX. Again, this is going to be probably more in-depth and personal support for your site, your platform. IDX Broker does support a bunch of different platforms, but in that variety comes a little bit less focus on a particular platform, and the one you may be using may have its own idiosyncrasy. So they are a great resource for that. They also provide, a lot of them provide education, marketing services. If you look for a CRM or an integration somewhere, piping your featured listing somewhere else, for example, through an integration, developer partners can help you with all of these things. So I guess the real question for today's webinar is, what is having a developer partner like? If you're already doing IDX Broker on your own, if you already set it up, you've gone through the integration process, you've set up your wrappers, you've probably set up your CNAME, maybe had to do some styling, and that all comes with its own learning curve. That all comes with, time that it takes to do that. So having a developer partner to do it is going to be a different experience. So that being said, let's talk to Char from Your Site Needs Me.
Hi guys. So I love what you said, Antonio, about the different types of websites, and having a developer partner is somebody who actually knows your website in and out. And that's kind of where I built my business, around IDX clients. And I only do IDX Broker. So I have a lot of clients that I've built their website, and I have a lot of them that have come to me with a site that's already built. And everybody has different needs and what they want for their website. And that's where you kind of get me to get one-on-one and tell me what you want your website to do and how you want that IDX to interact with it. And because I've been doing this for so long, I can interpret that into what it has to be, on what it ends up on the web. And so that when you look at it and the finished product is all done, you can say, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. And so I kind of like to think of myself as the foreman of the crew. So you have a lot of people that you work with in the real estate business, and in my job, I have a lot of people that have different functions that do the website business. And you don't want to learn how to do all the different things for a website. You want to be out there selling real estate. So you can rely on somebody like me to tell me what it is you want on your website and how you want that the IDX to function. And I'm going to work on from just the regular IDX Broker settings, the preferences, the styling, the way it looks, the way it performs, the way it captures leads, all of those different things. I'm going to get that IDX system to work on your website the way that you want it to work, and I'm going to provide you with ongoing support. And I think one of the coolest things that we do is we try to help our clients to also learn to do things for themselves. If they want to be, and actually it's up to you. If you want to be hands-on and you want to do things yourself, then I will teach you anything that you want to learn. I'll make you videos so you can watch them at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're up and you can't sleep and you want to work on your website. Or if you want to do a one-on-one session with me, and we can screen share, and I can walk you through doing something on your own so that you know how to do it. Or if you're the type of person that says, I just don't want to do this. I don't want to think about this. I want to sell real estate. Then I can do what you need me to do in that capacity as well. So it's really kind of a all-in-one solution. My job used to be doing all the design, and now I spend a lot of my time with my customers and just talking to them and finding out what they need and fixing things on their sites, whether it has to do with IDX Broker or not. But that intimate knowledge of your website, in addition to knowing IDX Broker as well as we do, I think is one of the biggest benefits of having a developer partner. And so you don't have to worry about having a designer that doesn't even know what IDX is, or what the real estate market is, or the MLS, or things like that. So it really helps to have somebody who knows those things in conjunction with building a website and designing a website and making it function, and all those things put together. So I like to think of myself as the foreman of the job. A couple other things that I did want to point out are, I have a lot of clients that come to me that already have a website and they already have their IDX Broker set up, but there's some things they don't have set up. And so one of the things I always do when a new client approaches me is I say, let me check out your IDX Broker settings, and I'll go through all of your settings, the general preferences, the lead registration, the page layouts, the SEO settings. I go through your account with a fine-tooth comb, and we look at all the different settings, and then in relation to what you're trying to accomplish, make sure that everything is set up the way that it should be, that you're not missing out on something. Something as small as the reply to address in the email settings could be a real big deal, because if somebody gets a property update and they don't, they hit the reply button, you want it to come to you or to the right person. So we set up all of those things, and we look through all of your account settings to make sure they're right. We do the custom CSS to style it. So maybe you want your results page to have 3 properties across, and you want a big banner across each property that says active, and you want the price to stand out, and you want the schedule is showing now button to be really big, or something like that. Those are kind of styling issues that we can help you with. If you, after the site's all designed and you need help with troubleshooting, there's something that goes wrong on the site, you can always contact us or call us or email us or text us, and we're willing to jump in and help you. And that's where Antonio comes in and their team, where we're constantly talking to them all day long. So if there's a bigger issue and something happens, we usually know about it ahead of time and can sometimes even fix it before you even realize what's going on. So that puts us, we're always talking to them all day, which is actually pretty great. They're awesome guys, and always very, very helpful whenever we have an issue. So there's those things. There's also marketing too that we like to help with. Depending on what you're trying to do, maybe make a landing page for a certain subdivision that you want to market to. We can help you with that. We can help you with marketing on Facebook and give you ideas to do it yourself. Or we can, if you have something that you've seen somewhere, let's say you saw a competitor did something, and I have a lot of people that do that. Bring me competitor things. This guy's over here doing this and I want to do it too. And we can show you how to do that or do it for you, depending on what you want. So those are some of the benefits that I see in having a developer partner and working with a developer partner. I know a bunch of the guys on the, not all 1,000 of them, but I know a bunch of them from meeting them at the IDX Broker Developer Conference, and they're all really great people, and they're hard workers, and they like working with realtors. So that's what we do, that's what we know, and that's how we want to help you. And that's it. Back to you, Antonio.
Thanks. Yeah, everybody is pretty great. It was a lot of fun at the developers conference talking to everybody. And one thing that you brought up that I think is really important is knowing the IDX system. Everybody who went to the conference, you included, knows the IDX system and talks to us all the time. You can get a website at a lot of different places. You can go to a lot of self-serve platforms, and those are fine. They will get you a website up, but it's not the same as having somebody who really knows the system, really knows what to look for in setting you up, and has done this a lot of times before and has that experience with this IDX solution. And you going through all the settings means you know where everything is, and you're not just setting up a website and calling it good. You're trying to leverage the tool to the best of its ability. And I think that's really important. I think that's really important in a developer partner. Like I said, it's easy to set up a website. It's if you're a web dev shop, but knowing IDX is a different story.
Right, and you want to make sure too, the other thing is about that is every agent that we work with is different. Some of them, I used to go into this thinking lead generation, and I had a couple of my clients come to me and say, that's not my concern. My concern is I want it to look great. And, some people want the function to be a certain way, and then some people, lead generation, a majority of them. And so pinpointing that with each individual client and providing that personal service to them to customize the IDX Broker to what they need it for, that's part of what I see as one of our strongest suits, is being able to, talk to the agent and see what it is that they want, and then customizing the product to meet that need.
Absolutely. And I know from experience in talking to clients, one of the other big benefits, identifying that need right away, not taking forever, and identifying how to solve the problem, how to get the site looking good or get the functionality you need quickly, because you intimately know the product and the website. The turnaround times for developer partners is great. All of our dev partners are really, really good at it, and I hear a lot of praise for it.
It's definitely fun working with the agents. And on the flip side of that too, I have a lot of clients that are like, I don't even know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't have any idea. Just to help me make my website work. And on that side too, we're also really great at saying, okay, great. You know what? Take a deep breath. We got this. We'll help you out. We're going to give you suggestions here. We're going to give you suggestions over there, and tell you, here's some ideas of what you can do, and help you make your site look awesome, especially for those people that are struggling and they don't know. They're like, I know I need a website. I know I have to have IDX Broker on it, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. And so that's another really big plus in working with the devs, because we know your industry and we know designing websites and we know IDX Broker. So put it all together, it's really kind of a win-win.
Yeah, and I know that you're big on education too. So not only are you getting somebody who can help you and guide you with all that, but you're learning how to do a lot of it as well, right?
I've got YouTube videos. I don't know what started me making YouTube. Actually, another dev started me making YouTube videos. It was Glenn Tremaine, and I was making them, I think, beforehand, but he really got me to start doing more and more. And I just love making videos for my clients when they have an issue. A lot of times they'll have an issue and I'll go to explain it and type out this long email. And I'm like, this is just hard to read and hard to understand. Just, I'm going to record my screen and make a video and show them what to do. And I started doing that, and I still to this day send out, I must have thousands of videos that aren't even published that go straight to the customer. And then I have so many more on my YouTube channel that just teach them how to do different things. I love making videos for my agents. It's such a fun thing to do, and they love it because it answers the question and that they need. And then because I'm a fast talker, they will come back and watch it again and again, or maybe they do what the video says and then they forget, and 6 months later they need it. It's just a really helpful tool. I find it to be a great benefit to give those videos to my clients. It makes me happy to do that for them. So yeah, the education is awesome.
Yeah, and putting them out there in a public resource like YouTube means they're accessible for anybody. So even if you just looking through the channel, you're probably gonna find answers to questions you didn't maybe know you had.
Yeah, even my videos. I'll be watching one of my videos one time just to kind of review it and make sure it's still right. And I'll see one of James from Realty Candy's videos over there, and I'll go watch his video. And he's always got some interesting, cool things that he's doing that I don't even do. The things that he does, he builds plugins and things. And I love watching his videos. He's always got neat solutions. It's cool how they all come together too. The related videos. So I see all the other devs' videos too. They're pretty neat.
Yeah, you work with a lot of other devs. There's a lot of collaboration going on in our developer network. That's something I really like to see is how much networking happens. And if somebody else has the solution, like you said, James might build a plugin for it. There's nothing wrong with collaboration there.
He's definitely got a strong skill set for the designing of new products that go along with IDX Broker. And we don't do that. I focused really on IDX Broker and WordPress websites for my realtors. And he really focuses on a lot more than that. He has these extra little things that he builds for the agents based on their needs and different things they've asked him. And I think we all have different skill sets in what we do. Some developers are good for some people, and some, need a different type of person. And that's, like you said, there's different kinds of websites out there, Joomla and, WordPress and all the different kinds of sites that you could imagine. All of us, there's all different developers for the different sites that you have.
Definitely. We even have, our own, developers who have their own platforms that they've built from scratch. So if you're looking for something specific, someone probably does it. And if you need any help finding a developer partner, you can always email us. We know that we work with a lot of developer partners really closely. So we've gotten to know, what services they offer, what technologies that they're leveraging for your website and your IDX. So yeah, I think that's good. Let's see. Do we have any questions? Let me check really quickly. If anybody has any questions, feel free to toss them in the chat right now. We can answer any questions you have about the developer partner experience. Maybe while people are thinking of questions or waiting to hear some answers, maybe Shard, if you have an anecdote about a client who was doing IDX on their own before they went to you.
Oh my gosh. So actually, I just had somebody recently who came to me, and they had their IDX probably for over a year, and I was talking to them, and like I said, the first thing I do is I go check out their site and I go through their account, and the first thing I noticed is they didn't have their CNAME set up. And that's one of the things that floors me the most, because we really try hard to make sure that our sites are set up entirely the best way they possibly can, especially for SEO, because I have a lot of clients that really want to put a lot of emphasis on SEO so they can get ranking in the search engines. So, and that's important to have your CNAME set up, your subdomain name, so that your search pages are on your domain. And it was just, surprising to me that they didn't have a CNAME. And the crazy thing about it was they had been already ranking in the search engines. Like, they had a ton of saved links that they had created that were ranking in the search engines. And they, their site was doing really, really well, but they didn't have that set up yet. So we had to transfer them over to set up their CNAME and make sure that they were able to keep the SEO that they had already got on Google, because Google is very finicky. So by changing your domain name on anything, you can lose ranking pretty quickly. So that was a little bit of a challenge, but we were happy to do it for them. There's always something that you find that this is a setting, oh my gosh, you didn't set this up, let me help you set this up. And that's a pretty common one, actually, the CNAME.
Oh, sure. I mean, DNS records are not something everybody wants to, or everybody has intimate knowledge of. It's already used a whole lot. So, I mean, that's part of where the partnership and the tech expertise comes in, is being able to set up those records with your hosting or registrar, wherever it's at.
Yeah, I get the panicking when somebody changes their DNS records, like they changed their name server because they changed host and didn't let me know, and then they're panicking because their IDX Broker account or their IDX pages are showing a whoops. I had that one last week, actually, and I was working with another website developer, actually. They had another in between. I was working with him, and that same thing happened, and he didn't know how to change it back. He didn't know how to fix it. So I ended up going in and fix it for him, but it was the panic that you hear sometimes in your customer's voice it spurs you on to fix some of those things. And I even learn new things every once in a while. It's, I enjoy helping them. I think that, when stuff like that happens, it makes me feel good to say, next time, give me a call. Let me help you. Let me do this for you. I'm happy to do it for free. Let me make sure that this stress does not happen again. Let's, talk this through. It can be stressful for some people that don't know what they're doing. To have a dev partner is a big benefit.
Oh, I bet it takes down the stress level when that happens, to hear somebody say, I got this, I can fix this. Yeah, absolutely. Well, all right, doesn't look like we got many questions here, so I'm just going to go ahead and call this. Thanks for everybody for coming.
Thanks, everybody.
Don't forget to check out find a developer partners at idxbroker.com/developer/search. You can find it in the bottom nav and in the pull down in the top right, I believe. And don't forget to check out Your Site Needs Me and Char and all the wonderful services she offers. Again, I'm recording this, so we'll be on YouTube. I will go ahead and get that posted here in the next couple days. And thanks everybody for coming, and thank you so much, Char, for doing this webinar with me.
Thanks, Antonio. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.